Have you ever thought about who is the founder of Bitcoin? Who invented the digital currency that is worth $1.03 trillion? All the answers linked to one man, Satoshi Nakamoto. But who is that man? Why has no one ever heard about him? Why hasn't he appeared once publicly? Watch this video till the end so we know who is this mystery man whose invention changed the world forever. It all started when a website named Bitcoin.org was registered on 31st October 2008. A white paper describing the function of Bitcoin was also published on that website. The white paper introduced the digital currency titled Bitcoin, peer-to-peer electronic cash system. The white paper was written under the name Satoshi Nakamoto. There were no more details written in the white paper about Nakamoto. After 2 months, on January 9th, Nakamoto released the first Bitcoin software on SourceForge. He was coding the Bitcoin himself, and at that time he was collaborating with other developers and the early Bitcoin community members, but his identity still remained anonymous. However, some members were familiar with Nakamoto's voice. Nakamoto kept on developing the source code and remained on the scene until 2010. Nakamoto mainly worked with Gavin Andresen on further developments of Bitcoin, but in July he gave the position of the lead developer to Gavin and transferred the related domains to the prominent members of the Bitcoin community, disappearing completely without giving any further information about his whereabouts. His last correspondence with a Bitcoin developer stated that "I have moved on to other things and assured that the future of Bitcoin is in good hands." No one heard from Nakamoto ever again. But in 2012, Nakamoto appeared once again out of nowhere and claimed to be a 37-year-old male living in Japan. At that time, Bitcoin and digital currency were also gaining some momentum, and people began to speculate the mysterious man behind it, as Nakamoto at times used commentary on banking Federal Reserve banking. Many speculated that Nakamoto was an American due to his native-level English. Stefan Thompson, a Swiss software engineer and active community member of Bitcoin, checked the timestamps of Nakamoto's Bitcoin posts with Japan Standard Time and concluded that it wasn't possible that Nakamoto lived in Japan, as it suggested that he was consistently asleep at those times. Many American weekly magazines began to publish about the possible identities of Satoshi Nakamoto. Some journalists also began to investigate Nakamoto's real identity. Speculations fell on 3 people who were all computer science experts and were related to crypto in its early stages. Hal Finney. Hal Finney, a crypto pioneer, was thought to be Satoshi Nakamoto. A Forbes journalist, Andy Greenberg, compared the handwriting of Hal to Nakamoto's, which had the closest resemblance as compared to other candidates. When inquired further, Hal showed his correspondence with Nakamoto to Greenberg, which concluded that he was not Satoshi Nakamoto. Satoshi Nakamoto. On 6 March 2014, journalist Lee Goodman wrote an article in the Newsweek that a man named Dorian Prentice Satoshi Nakamoto lived in California, and when asked about his involvement in Bitcoin, he answered that "I'm no longer involved in that and I cannot discuss it. Other people are in charge of it now and I no longer have any connection." This caused a flurry of media interest, including reporters camping out near his house. On the same day when Dorian interviewed publicly, Pseudo Nakamoto posted for the first time in 5 years stating that "I'm not Dorian Nakamoto." Dorian also denied anything related to Bitcoin, and when asked about the article, he replied that he had misinterpreted Goodman's question as being about his previous work for military contractors. Craig Wright. On 8 December 2015, Wired, a public magazine, wrote that Craig Wright was Satoshi Nakamoto. Craig did respond to press inquiries and remained silent about this article. Craig, after some time, also claimed that he was Nakamoto and stated why he chose Satoshi Nakamoto as a pseudonym. This claim was declared false by some researchers. Wright also claimed to give a huge evidence in a BBC interview to prove his claim, but till now he hasn't presented a verifiable evidence. Other people were also speculated, but up till now no one is proven to be Nakamoto. Subscribe to the channel if you like this video and don't forget to share it with your friends and family.